Hey there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Violet, and in today's video I bring you my final look, or look number 3 in my mini holiday series that I created for the month of December for you guys that varies in skill level. So look number 1 was an easy green eye look, number 2 was a intermediate red and silver look, and then today's look, it is going to be an advanced blue glitter eye look. Again, you do not have to do glitter, you do not have to do as many shades, you can do the same concept of blue, and you don't have to do lashes as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the eye look. I hope you guys, recreate it or get inspired by it. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get on to my full face, and if I remember, I would try and leave a timestamp of the eye look if you're more focused on that. So without further ado, let's get on into it. Let's get down to makeup time. Yeah. Okay, I know, real corny, but anyways, I just wanted to quickly mention, because I don't think I've mentioned in previous YouTube videos that have already been uploaded, or any of the other YouTube videos that I've already pre-recorded that will be uploaded in the future, so just stay tuned. But I always exfoliate and moisturize my face every single time before I do my makeup. So I do use e.l.f. products in like the minty blue, sort of like cloud blue packaging. It's almost like a sky blue. Those have saved my skin tremendously, and I thank e.l.f. so much for that. But I use the gentle peeling exfoliant to exfoliate my face, and then I use their daily hydration moisturizer to moisturize my face. So that is the two products that I swear by, and I have used probably for the past, I want to say 2 years, nonstop, and they work so good. So I just wanted to quickly mention that. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and with that, I'm going to use the NYX Professional Makeup Pair With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. I've been loving this ever since I tried it, and I've been using it nonstop for like the past year, which I think I got it last year in the summertime, I want to say. But this primer is just so good. It's so hydrating. I think it really gets a nice hold for my makeup. It's not colored, it's just clear, it's just a jelly, hence the jelly primer. But this just gives like a nice, it's almost as if my face drank water. That's how that's how it would feel. It's as if my face just drank a nice big gulp of water. So it feels so good. And excuse my band-aid, I was an idiot and accidentally broke off my nail. It tore off, and so now it's really sensitive. So I put a band-aid over it just to protect it. So yeah, so just excuse the band-aid. So I don't normally talk and apply my makeup, but I figured today we're gonna go ahead and try it. So my face feels so good. It feels like it's awake. I mean, I have been up since 8 o'clock in the morning, and it is my day off. So now I'm gonna go in with foundation, and I feel like pulling this one out because I have not used this ever since trying a few others and rediscovering another foundation that I really like. But this is one of my all-time favorite foundations. It's the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I have used this every single time when I bought this. I think I've used it nonstop for a whole year, year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. This is just such a great foundation. I do have dry skin, and I do feel like with this one, it doesn't stick to any dry patches. It doesn't look heavy on the skin. It is a more medium coverage foundation, and this just works so well on my skin. It just looks so beautiful. It looks so soft and nice. It doesn't really, you can tell you're wearing makeup, but not too much. I don't really like to apply too much foundation either, so I do like to, just kind of add a little bit, but not too much. It's not a BB cream or anything. It is medium coverage foundation. So, but yeah, I like this foundation. This foundation is just, for $6, you cannot go wrong. Highly recommend this. This is one of my all-time favorites. And they've also expanded their shade range to 40 shades. Before, I want to say it was 8 shades, I think. So, e.l.f. is seriously where it's at for low prices for high-quality makeup. And then I'm just going to use my AOA Studio F23 brush from Shop Missy. This is part of their Foamique brush set collection of 5 eye brushes. And I am just going to use this to apply my foundation today. Again, another loved product. I feel like any product I use, I love. Why wouldn't I if I, have it in my collection? But maybe I can do a favorite video for y'all of like all my favorite products from this, all my favorite products from that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that or what. Just let me know any ideas you guys have. I would love to hear. I felt like using this one again. I love this concealer. It's the AOA Studio Liquids Concealer. It's the Paw-Paw, and I am in the shade Buff. I love this one. This one is so good. It's so creamy, and it's you really don't need a lot. You just need about a few dots, cover a few blemishes, and it just blends out nicely. It just looks real smooth, and it's so good. And for the price point, holy cow! Like, I think this was $1.55. Yes, $1.55 because it's Paw-Paw. Guys, check out Shop Miss A. I have another video coming up with Shop Miss A products. That is a hint. Sometime in the future, I do have one video I've already filmed, and then I do have another one coming up. So, I'm super excited to finally bring these for y'all. I hope you guys enjoy them. Just let me know your thoughts, but I am super excited to be using more of their products and testing out and stuff, because their products, surprisingly, from other people, have worked very well. Okay, so I've got a bunch of blemishes here. You probably could have seen as I was talking, but so this is pretty much just what I do. I barely squeeze this too because a lot already comes out. So I just kind of, as I was saying before, I accidentally had this slip out of my hands and fly onto my floor. Luckily, no concealer was lost in the process. No mess was to be cleaned up. So, whew, lucky part on me. I kind of just like to cover my blemishes, so I do have a little bit of pimples right now, so I just kind of put a little bit of dots on those. I do use a concealer just a tad, maybe a shade or two darker than my skin tone or my foundation shade, just because I really do like to cover my blemishes just a little bit more. I don't really like to use lighter concealers and try and cover that way. And I don't really like to add too much underneath the eyes because I feel like as I start to add more, it just starts to really look cakey. I'm going to set my face with the Coty Airspun Translucent Powder. This is extra coverage because I've explained many times, and if you haven't heard already, I prefer the extra coverage rather than the regular because this one I feel holds better. I feel like it sets my under eye a lot better. I feel like it grabs and holds my makeup into place for longer. And I don't know, I just love this one. I don't really feel like it is more heavier than the other one or it's a different color. And this is how I like to apply my powder, because I feel like I've tried setting my powder with a brush, I've tried it with a sponge, I've tried it with a wet sponge, and it's just nothing I feel like sets my under eyes as well as my own finger. And then I like to use the AOA Studio F21 brush, again from the same faux mink brush collection. It's 5 face brushes, 5 eye brushes, and this is their nice big fluffy brush, super soft, washes very well, no shedding, no fallout of like hairs, bristles, you know, stay intact, sturdy, well made, nice and glued in. And I feel like this big huge powder brush really sets my powder nicely, and I can powder, you know, more faster and quicker because of this large brush head. So one of many reasons why I love this brush. And I'm just taking my Coty Airspun powder still, and I just like to pat on and then brush off. I'm gonna go in with the AOA Studio F22 brush, excuse me. Again, same faux mink brush set, except this is the more angled sort of contour brush, and I'm going to use this to contour a little bit of my face and then bronze up other areas of my face with the same brush. For contouring, I'm going to go ahead and use my Wet n Wild MegaGlo contouring palette in the shade 750A, and this is Caramel Toffee. Love this one, $5, super good. At least the contour shade is really good. It's super soft. It's just real easy to blend and work with. It is very pigmented, so you do have to be careful and light-handed. So just tap in a little bit and slowly blend and add pigment. And then to bronze up my face, I'm going to use another really good affordable product. I believe this one's also $5. It's the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I do have the shade 01 Natural. There is only 3 shades, 2 shades at Ulta and then 3 shades on the Essence website. But this smells like coconuts, like I'm on a beach and I'm on a margarita, and I just, oh, how I would love that right now. But so that's just what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to kind of skip this. But for highlighter, I feel like pulling this one out from, I believe it's called the Color Workshop. I don't remember what collection it was from. I found this at the Dollar Tree, and I was amazed and blown away by how bright and blinding this highlighter was. It's just super easy to work with. It is pretty tiny. It's a nice small sized pan if it could stay up. But it's a nice like white gold. I do prefer just a more gold color. But it's really pretty highlighter. It does the job, and I was in the mood to use something different. I still really love my Wet n Wild highlighter. But, you know, we're going to have fun and use some other products and show off other things that I do have in my collection instead of the same old boring things. I mean, I hope you guys don't mind. But for that, I do like to use the AOA Studio F19 brush. I swear I'm not like sponsored or anything by them. Please don't think that, because I'm not. I love their eye brushes. I love this set. I love this brush so much for highlighter. This is so soft. It is a nice like small domed shape. It applies the highlighter beautifully. It blends it so nicely. Look at the highlighter that this gives. See, for $1, like, whoo, what? Bam, what? Okay, yeah, I know. I've watched Live the Maddie. No shame in my game. I have watched it. For today's eye look, I just want to throw this out there that I will be using glitter, and my eye look may sort of, in a way, resemble in shade with Brandy's this past Wednesday, which if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below for y'all. It's gonna happen, guys. We are sisters. We live together. We tend to have like, you know, similar interest in eyeshadow, and when one creates something really pretty, the other one has to sort of create it either exact or in some similar way. So it is bound to happen. I'm not trying to copy or compete with Brandy in any way, shape, or form. It's bound to happen with us, and how close we are. And I also just want to mention, with glitter, it is not eye safe. And I know as I'm saying this, I am going to be putting glitter. But again, it is my choice. It is my face. If I want to put glitter on my eyes, I will. With that said, I'm going to show y'all the products that I'm going to be using so you kind of get an idea. I'm going to be pulling out the ColourPop Blue Moon palette. It is their 9-pan monochromatic blue palette. Super good, so beautiful. It is just beautiful on its own. You don't need another blue eyeshadow if you like, but I will be pulling out my Revolution in collaboration with Alexis Stone, the Instinct palette, specifically the blue row, because there is a row of blue mattes. So if I need to dig into these blues right here, I will. And I do have a video coming up sometime in the future using this row as well, with another glitter that I had on hand that I had purchased. I didn't haul, well, sort of, but anyways, you will see it. It's divine. So here is the glitter. Here's the star of the show. Here is the phenomenal part of my eye look. It is the Profusion Cosmetics Spooktacular Sparkle Pressed Glitter Pigment. This was from Halloween, and I do own the green one, and this one is in blue. Clearly, as you can see, it is blue. So I'm going to use glitter today, like I said before, and I cannot wait to use this. It is so beyond fantastic in person. Like on camera, it sparkles, but in person, it sparkles. I'm going to start off with the AOA Studio E135 from the Faux Mink Brush Set Collection on Shop Miss A. I will try to link it or remember to link it, or just add the brushes that I've been using. But I'm going to start off with this blending brush, and I'm going to go into the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and I'm going to start off with this shade Starry Eyed, which is this nice sort of like sky blue. It's a really pretty blue, and I'm going to take that and put it pretty much in my crease, and just slowly blend it. So now that I blended Starry Eyed from the ColourPop Blue Moon palette onto my eyes and in the crease, I really try to take my time and really blend it, because as I start adding more shades, I really want everything to be really blended so that when I apply the next shade, I blend that one and it all just kind of flows and it looks even and seamless, as people say. So I'm actually going to dig into the Revolution or the Instinct palette from Alexis Stone. And I'm actually going to take this blue shade right here. The one just right above it is more of a blue-green, so that's why I'm not using that one. So I'm going to go into that second one, and it's just a little bit brighter than Starry Eyed, because Blue Moon doesn't really have, you know, a next shade up from that one, or just a little bit brighter or darker, whatever. So I'm just going to use that one on my eyes and put that in the crease and blend it out as well. I'm going to use the AOA Studio E137 brush. I don't know why I'm going to keep repeating myself. Same foaming collection from Shop Miss A. But this is what it looks like. It's a more like compacted, still a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to use this to dip into, again, the Instinct palette and just the shade right underneath the previous that I used. So I just used camera. Okay, sorry, I'm really terrible at this. So I just used this one, and now I'm going to go right underneath to this one, and I'm going to pack and blend this into the outer corner, the outer V. It's just a little step darker than the previous blue, so I kind of want to just add a little bit more depth and dimension into the outer corners and really start focusing on that area now. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And then I'm actually going to take that second blue shade and lightly run that on my bottom lash line. I never really talk about what shades I use on the bottom lash line. I always forget to mention that, so here I am mentioning it to y'all. I am so sorry. I always forget something. Either I forget to say something, I forget to do something, I forget to show something. So like, it's just a really bad habit of mine. Now that I've sort of darkened up the outer corner a little bit with the second blue shade that I used from the Instinct palette, which I will try to remember to throw up like the little shade somewhere, maybe on the corner, something different, or like right before I start doing the eyeshadow. I don't know, I'll figure it out in the editing process. But Clued In and the darkest blue shade in the Instinct palette are really similar, so I'm just going to go back into the ColourPop Blue Moon palette with the shade Clued In, which is right here. And I'm pretty much going to pack that and blend it right on top of that second blue shade of the row of blues in the Instinct palette, if that makes any sense at all, just to kind of get a little bit more darkness and a little bit more dimension with this look. Like, I keep repeating myself and I'm so sorry, but I'm going to use the same E137 brush that I used. I cleaned it off with it's almost like a color switching sponge, but I got this one from the dollar store as well. I do have one from Shop Miss A, which is just as well, and I think this one's from Sassy and Chic from the Dollar Tree, but I do own the Shop Miss A one, and it is another brilliant, fantastic gift for yourself or for your other makeup lover friend or for whoever. It is just in for $1, like both are $1. The only thing difference is the size, but highly recommend either or, so pick yourself up one because you will not be disappointed. Alright, so I'm going back into the Instinct palette, and this is the final shade I'm going to be using in this look, aside from the glitter, but like matte shade wise. I'm actually going to take this matte black shade right here in the palette, and like I did in my future eye look, which you will see later on sometime in the future, I'm going to take this black shade on the E139 brush. It's a very small, like flat shader brush almost, but it's just going to go nicely in the outer corner. I'm just going to tap just little by little, just to get a little bit more depth, and just to darken this up just a little bit more, and then I could apply the glitter and then sort of blend and see what I need to add or edit, sort of try and edit, but yeah, so that's what I'm just gonna do. So see how we went from like 0 to 100 with all of these different shades. I don't even know how many I used. I'm kind of curious. I just kind of want to count a little bit. So we ended up using 5 shades. You obviously could even use even more if you wanted to start piling on different eyeshadows in different, you know, shade tones. By all means, go for it. But I wanted to really build up the shades because if I wanted to go very star of the show on the eyes, I had to use like 5, 6, 7, 8, even like 15 different shades. But now we're going to go into the glitter, and I am so excited to try this. This is what it looks like. It's still in the package. I didn't take it out. This can get a little messy, so just be very wary of it. You don't need glitter glue. It's a pressed glitter pigment, so it applies with the finger, and you can just tap it on there, and it'll look so beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that off camera. I'm not really going to edit me doing that in here. I'm just going to apply it, and then I'm going to skip into putting on curling my lashes, mascara, lashes, because this definitely needs lashes, and then I'll talk about at the very end, final look, once everything's done, put together, and I'm all dressed up. So I will see you then. We are done. I'm super excited about it. I'm on the fence. I'm happy to finally be done. It took ages to complete this. I just wanted to quickly go over some of the products that I used that I obviously didn't show and didn't mention. So I completed the eye look off camera, curled my lashes, applied the Milani waterproof mascara, and then I applied lashes from Shop Miss as well, the AOA Studio lashes, and these are in the style called Harper. I have used these before, and they are extremely bold, extremely out there, and dark and thick and dramatic, but I really love them. I feel like they go perfectly with this look because I have done something similar with this look and with these exact eyelashes, which you will see later on, and I could probably mention so many different times in this video within itself, but it's so pretty. Like the blue you wouldn't think for Christmas or holiday, or like a festive look, but I was gonna do blue, and then Brenny did blue, so then I did blue, and then, you know, here we are. So anyways, on my lips, I decided to do one of my favorite combinations at the moment. It is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish, and this is in the shade All Natural Nude. I love this shade. It is super pretty. It's a really nice, like, wearable nude. Of course, I feel like every nude is wearable, but and then I like to top it with the Hard Candy Plumping Serum in the shade Birthday Suit. One of my all-time favorite, like, lip glosses, just to kind of put on top of, you know, my lips for a nice glossy effect. And then, as always, I do spray my face with the NYX Professional. It's part of the Bear With Me collection, and it's just the hydrating setting spray, I believe. And then I try to do my eyebrows a little bit. I don't really do much to them. I just like to keep them natural. I don't really like to shape them out or do anything crazy. I feel like if I do that, it's going to take me probably another, like, hour just to get that done. So, but this is how it all turned out. In the camera, I actually really like it. In person, I don't know. I feel like I went a little too high with the glitter on this. That's just my fault. But I tried to wipe it away. It does get a little messy. And I kind of just wanted to give my overall thoughts on this glitter. I have used the green one, so I am pretty much familiar with the way that applies, how crazy it gets, you know, any issues, anything like that. I did get it also dressed up for you. I throw on a blazer. I have some earrings. These are also from Shop Miss, but I don't think that they're on the site anymore. I got them last year. I got them in every single color they had. Anyways, sidetracked. So, onto the glitter. I love this glitter. I love the color. I love the effect. I love the way that it applies. I love the way that it just jazzes up this eye look to a whole nother level. I am just awed by this glitter. I use my fingers, so I feel like it is the best way to apply it. I have not used a brush. I do kind of want to try a brush and see if it does any different to get more like precise application on my lid. It does create such a huge mess. Like there's glitter all over like my cheek area and underneath the eye. There's just a little bit of glitter like maybe on the tops of my eyes, or tops of my eyes. I don't know what I'm saying here. On my lids. But yeah, so overall, I love this glitter. It is super pretty. I love pressed glitter pigments. I know they're not for everybody, but I have a lot of fun wearing glitter. I feel like a boss, like I'm a CEO of some sort of company. That's just the way glitter makes me feel. But yeah, so first impression on that. I mean, it's kind of a first impression, kind of not, just because of the previous glitter that I do own. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if this video might have seemed rushed or might have seemed odd or some way. I did have to get it up for today's upload day, or my upload day I should say, so I had to cram this all in one day, so I'm sorry in advance. Let me know your thoughts on this eye look. Let me know which one was your favorite. I'd have to rank it that day one I think was my favorite. This one has to be my second favorite. It is kind of a toss-up, and then the second day, the intermediate eye look, is probably my third favorite. So let me know your thoughts down below, and as well stay tuned until this Wednesday when Brandy's final look in her winter series installment gets uploaded. Nonetheless, I do hope you have an awesome rest of your day and or week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye bye guys.